P-plate piano is made up of repertoire that's been collected from around the world. I'm really excited that we've been able to include composers from a number of different places. We've got an Argentinian composer, a composer from Iceland, a composer who was born in Palestine, composers from, I suppose, what we might regard as the more traditional places, England, the United States of America. But we've really, gone to the ends of the earth. Most of the music is actually very contemporary though, because while we didn't just confine ourselves to searching the globe, we looked through time as well. And method books have been written for 200 years, and so there's actually a lot of material to draw from. But at the end of the day, most of the material we've chosen is from the last few years, because the method books of the past tended to accelerate students very rapidly through these beginning foundations. And I suspect that that might reflect the fact that in the past, beginners didn't start as young as Mozart. They started maybe closer to 10, 11, 12. And what we're doing with P-plate piano is addressing that concern as well. It's easy to look at a repertoire collection as just being an opportunity to find a nice piece for a student to play at a recital, or maybe to find an extra piece to play for an exam. And I think a lot of the time as teachers, that's the way that we approach repertoire. But P-plate piano is trying to change that, in that we are acknowledging that students have to be learning something new in every piece, just like all of us. If there's not some new component in what we're doing, we're not very interested. So it's important to always be learning something new in every new piece of repertoire. But it's also important to be learning about the piece of music. Music doesn't just exist in a vacuum, and P-plate piano is really, really enjoying the stories behind the music, the places that the music comes from, getting students interested in the wider world around them. When a student comes to a piano lesson, any piano teacher will tell you that they're not just learning about the piano, they're learning about life generally. And a lot of the time, a piano teacher will find themselves being a little bit of a life coach. Well, P-plate piano is kind of doing the same thing, in that we're encouraging students to know more about the world and to understand how it works, rather than just play a piece in complete isolation. That's all very good and well, but teachers might be thinking, well, does the student really need all of that background information? Do they really need all of that apparently extraneous stuff when they're just playing some repertoire? And the answer to that is that, number one, a student is going to play with so much more enthusiasm when they know more about a piece. A student's going to play with so much more enthusiasm when they've explored a piece of music on the piano, on their own, when they've recomposed it or rearranged it or come up with some new title for it. A student's going to be much better able to interpret that piece when all of the context of exploring and information, knowledge comes along with it.